There's a dark side to social media, and I think that's what we saw with the rise and fall of Jin Kid.
People thought that Anna and Ali were happy together because there were a lot of posts that they were in a happy marriage and everything was great, and making posts about not only their lives together, but about his career, him wanting to do comedy impersonations. But behind the scenes, it was a lot different.
Ali seemed to really like to control the narrative of what other people could see between his relationship with his wife. There was a point where he was live streaming fights that him and his wife were having for the world to see, and he didn't seem to have any shame about it.
You're not even an American citizen. I brought you to this country. Name one man that would do that for you.
Verbal arguments are escalating into physical assault.
Anna was trying to get a restraining order. She kicked him out. Anna made the fatal mistake of being happy for a moment, and he couldn't stand that.
You said you're not going out tonight. You lie to me all the time.
But then our communications division received a 911 call.
San Diego emergency?
Yes, ma'am. My wife and another man were, I found them dead on the couch, bullet holes to the face.
Wait, someone was shot?
2 people, a man and my wife.
This is the most selfish, narcissistic mindset when people take another life, especially a mother's life, like that.
Ali Abulaban had joined the military and he was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. While he was in Okinawa, he had enjoyed some of the nightlife, and while he was there, he ended up having some mutual friends and ran into a woman named Anna.
Anna was a Filipino national but living in Okinawa. She had a group of friends. There's a large Filipino community in Okinawa, Japan.
They didn't start talking or have a relationship right away, but there was one day where Ali was working the gate on the military base in Japan, and Anna ended up driving through that base. He stopped her and asked for her identification, and instead of maybe going through the process he was supposed to, he ended up giving her his phone number, and that's where we see the Ali and Anna story begin. Ali and Anna started dating. They talked on the phone, they talked on social media. Their relationship seemed to blossom very fast. They were hanging out with each other's friends, mutual friends, going to parties, bars, and then they kind of became inseparable.
Before long, Anna and Ali's relationship turned serious. From the outside, they seemed like a normal, loving couple. But on an August night in 2015, Ali is involved in a violent incident.
There was an incident where Ali struck another male, and so that case was reported.
Ali ended up getting discharged from the military because of an alleged fight that he had had with one of Anna's friends. Now, his version of that story and her friend's version of that story are very different. Ali had moved back to Virginia after being discharged, and Anna had moved back to the Philippines to be with her family. Shortly after moving back to the Philippines, Anna found out she was pregnant with Ali's daughter.
With a daughter on the way, Ali and Anna decide to raise her together in the United States.
He did help Anna come to the United States to get a visa to be able to live there after their daughter was born. And so Anna and Ali lived in Virginia for a couple of years. They were both working, they got a house, they lived near his family. But Anna wasn't necessarily happy there. It was more isolating. She didn't have a lot of friends around. She didn't have her own family around. And so she did want to move to San Diego. She had some friends from high school, from Japan here, and so she came out to visit with Ali. They hung out at a party with several of Anna's friends. That's where they both first met Ray. Ray had shown some interest in Anna and told Ali he was lucky to have her.
He was making these comments to Ali, commenting about how beautiful Anna was.
Ali was very jealous, and because of that, he didn't like him.
When they return to Virginia after their trip to San Diego, Ali decides to chase his dream of becoming an actor and starts making videos on social media.
I don't even want to be like, Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not trying to be the next Al Pacino. I probably could.
Around the pandemic time, Ali went to social media and started doing impersonations.
He basically portrayed characters like Tony Montana. Characters like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Ali Abulaban had grown into what some would consider a social media star or a social media celebrity. He had amassed more than 1 million followers on all of the platforms he was on, such as Instagram and TikTok. He was known under the username as Jin Kid, and he often did these impressions of characters that were often pretty violent.
Tie me up in the bathtub. Hector comes with the chainsaw. Manolo comes in, he shoots the lady on the bed. I shoot 2 guys. Kill Hector. Everybody's dead.
In some of his early Jin Kid videos, we could see Anna in the background. We could hear Anna in the background laughing. So we know, at least from social media, that she was very involved in his early days of Jin Kid and seemed to really approve of what he was doing.
Anna began building her social media following by sharing everyday moments of joy with her daughter, friends, and her seemingly healthy relationship with her husband.
Making posts about not only their lives together, but about his career, him wanting to do comedy impersonations. And so he and Anna started that in Virginia, but it was more when they moved to San Diego that the fame was there for Ali, where he got more followers. Ali did not want to move here, but Anna wanted to, and so he knew that he could get more famous being near LA, and so they ultimately decided to move to San Diego in February of 2021.
Now, I want to start today's video with the best overall mattress, which is the Helix Midnight Lux. Now, this is the epitome of luxury in Kiva's opinion.
They moved into a high-rise apartment complex in East Village called Spire San Diego. They had an apartment on the 35th floor where they lived with their daughter.
If you saw Ali Abulaban on social media and his beautiful wife, Anna, you would look at them and think, wow, they have it all. They have a beautiful life, they have a beautiful home and a daughter. They seem to have it all together. This case just proves that what you see online is not something you can believe. There's always more to the story.
The picture-perfect relationship seen online hid a far different and violent reality behind closed doors.
Ali had hit Anna, punched her a couple times in the face in July of 2021. She didn't report it to police, but she left him for a couple of days, told him that he was wrong for what he did and he can't be violent with her like that. And he did make some admissions over messages through Instagram where he apologized for losing control and he won't do it again and he'll change and get help. That's a typical cycle of domestic violence where an abuser hurts the victim and then apologizes, I love you, take me back. And so she took him back.
Fights between the couple, once confined to behind closed doors, began playing out in the online world.
There was a point where he was live streaming fights that him and his wife were having. What would usually be a private fight between two parents, between two partners, he was live streaming these fights for the world to see, and he didn't seem to have any shame about it.
Ali was paranoid that Anna was cheating on him.
Give me my phone back. Ali, give me my phone back.
That's the place she had the birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going?
I told you we're going to the hotel.
Yeah, this is the after party, and you're going.
Nobody's there but girls, you stupid.
When Ali started live streaming the fights that him and Anna were having, this really blurred the lines of his personal and his private life.
As he got more fame. He thought he was invincible, that he could do whatever he wanted and there wouldn't be any repercussions.
He's actually telling Anna that, you know, he's an internet star and he called himself a god.
Don't leave this house!
Yeah, that's not cool.
Give me my phone!
There's a bunch of guys?
Give me my phone!
A bunch of guys, huh?
Give me my phone! There's no guys! Give me my phone!
The fame maybe really got to Ali's head. He was blurring the lines of who Jin Kid was, who Ali Abulaban was, and his loyal fan base really seemed to maybe stroke his ego at the time.
I want to know what's going on. Talk to me. Respond to my texts. I gave you 7 texts. You're not responding. You said you're not going out tonight. You lied to me.
Ali had a lot of followers online, and even in the midst of his own personal decline, his followers still seemed to stay loyal to him.
Unfortunately, with social media now, it's very confusing. Kids don't know what's real and what's not real. They see so many examples of violence that makes it seem cool and okay.
As we saw his marriage declining, it seemed that he cared more about his followers, his fame, and his presence online than he did about Anna.
Ultimately, things kept escalating into August, and especially in September of 2021. She did report one incident to the police on September 8th of 2021.
San Diego emergency.
Can you please send the police?
Okay, what is your name?
My name's Anna Abulaban.
Are you having a fight with a spouse? Did he hit you?
Physical. Yes, no.
Ali had pushed her down in their bedroom. She hit her head on the bed. She got some scrapes on her elbow and knee. At the same time Anna was calling 911 on that date, Ali was making a live stream on TikTok where he was essentially berating Anna and accusing her of calling the police to rat him out when he's the one who brought her to this country.
You're not even an American citizen. I brought you to this country. Name one man that would do that for you.
Yeah, just don't say anything to him. That way there he doesn't flare up again.
Oh, great. You were on the phone with police while I said that? Wow. I thought you were done with the phone call. Okay, great.
Are we on speaker?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you take me off the speaker, please?
These were really disgusting and disturbing things for anyone to hear, especially for a husband to be saying this about his wife.
Goodbye to your little citizenship there, Miss Filipino. But I'm not petty. I don't call the police on people I love.
These altercations escalate further and further, but little did Anna know they would ultimately turn deadly. 21, Anna Abulaban is living in San Diego with her husband Ali and their young daughter. Ali is a viral TikTok star known as Jin Kid, best known for his Tony Montana impressions. Behind the scenes, however, he's abusing cocaine and behaving erratically. Tensions at home escalate into violent arguments, some of which Ali even live streams.
Oh, so you're going?
I told you we're going to the hotel!
No, this is the after party, and you're going!
Nobody's there but girls, you stupid.
There were a couple other incidences of violence in September where Anna reported to a neighbor that she was being hurt, and where she reported to a friend that he had.
Ali is paranoid that Anna is cheating on him, when in fact, he is the one who has been unfaithful.
In early October, Anna confirmed that Ali had been having an affair with an 18-year-old girl that lived in the condominium complex. That 18-year-old girl approached Anna and disclosed to her that she was under the impression that they had separated and that she had recently had sex with Ali inside their apartment.
She made a TikTok post about it, and he was not happy. He begged and pleaded with Anna to take that down.
And so at that point, Anna told Ali, like, the relationship is over. So she does move out with their daughter, and they move in with one of her girlfriends who also lived here in San Diego.
She told him she didn't want to be married to him anymore, and he cheated, and their relationship just disintegrated.
Ali started to kind of tailspin in his life, decisions he was making, the drugs he was using. And so ultimately, Ali's father had a very, very good relationship with Anna. He loved Anna, he loved Anna's daughter, and he recognized that his son was spinning out of control. Ali's father lived in Virginia, so his ability to intervene was only so much. Ultimately, Anna and her daughter flew out to Virginia and stayed with Ali's father for about a week. And Ali's father encouraged Anna to move. He offered to pay for an apartment for her, first and last month's rent, and get her started because he was fearful of what Ali might do. So he encouraged Anna, he's like, please just find a place, I'll pay for it. You know, you need to move out. At some point, Anna and Ali make this arrangement.
On October 18th, Anna and Ali decided that she and their daughter would move back into the Spire apartment and he would move out so that their daughter could have a more stable lifestyle.
Ali ends up moving into a Holiday Inn hotel. It's a hotel up in Mission Bay, which is kind of near the Pacific Beach area of San Diego.
Despite their separation, Ali was unwilling to accept it was over.
Hey, Anna. Just want to say good morning. I just figured instead of texting you, I'll send you a video. My intention here is to just let you know I get it. And I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry for what I'm putting you through. How stupid. What happened to me? It was the drugs? Was it my insecurities?
And the agreement that the couple made was Ali would turn over all of his electronic key cards, which would allow him access into the building and into the apartment unit, that he would turn that over to management, which is what he told Anna he had done. But he had gone to a store and had one of the keys duplicated. So he had duplicated an electronic key card.
Behind Anna's back, Ali made a duplicate of the key card so he could sneak into the apartment at any time.
On October 21st, 2021, that morning, Ali had been scheduled to go to Los Angeles to do something with his Gin Kid persona or some sort of comedy skit where he was meeting up with other personalities. He had been scheduled to go on that trip for quite some time. Before he went on that trip, he had decided that he was going to send over some groceries and some Halloween goodies. He had those groceries delivered, and he waited by his phone, and he didn't hear Anna say thank you for the groceries. So in what seemed to be a fit of rage, Ali drove to the apartment, went up to the 35th floor of the Spire Apartments, went inside the apartment where he used to live. So he had a key card at that point. He got into the apartment, saw the groceries there, and he ended up trashing the apartment. He had bought daughter a pumpkin, threw it on the ground. There were flowers sprung all throughout the apartment. After he had trashed the apartment with the groceries he had just bought her, Ali saw his daughter's iPad. Now, Ali had been trying to catch his wife cheating on him, but he could never prove it during this time of separation. So Ali saw his daughter's iPad. He immediately thought of the app Discord.
Discord is an app that lets users chat and voice call. Ali decides to weaponize it and spy on Anna in her own home.
He hooked up the Discord app from that iPad to his phone so that he could listen in on everything that was going on in that apartment, all by the ease of his own iPhone.
Then he exited, he threw some of her clothing in the trash chute. Then he called Anna on the phone, Ali accusing her of cheating and asking where she was and who she was with, and her just constantly telling him to leave her alone, to stop contacting her. She wasn't with anyone else, and that was about 9:45. So Ali left the building.
Tired, hadn't slept at all the night before, and he was supposed to go to Los Angeles, but at this point it seemed that he had kind of canceled that trip because he was so determined that he was going to try and catch Anna with another man. Ali went to sleep. He woke up to the sound of another man's voice and R&B music playing from the iPad to his phone.
Anna is hanging out with her friend, Rayburn Cardenas Barron. Ali had always been jealous of the bond between Anna and Ray and constantly accused her of sleeping with him.
He hears that Anna came back with another man. They're giggling, laughing about him, and so he was upset and angry.
He jumped up, grabbed his gun, took cocaine, and sped to the Spire Apartments. Once he got to the Spire Apartments, he put his gun in his waistband and he went up to the 35th floor.
He had a baggy sweatshirt on that covered the belt area and the holster, so you couldn't see the gun. And then you see the elevator open on the 35th floor, and Ali doesn't even wait for the elevator to fully open before he's running down the hallway to where their apartment was.
He goes inside with the key card. He pulls out his gun and he finds Anna and Rayburn Barone on the couch.
October 21st, 2021, TikTok creator Ali Abulaban, known as Jin Kid, enters a downtown San Diego apartment complex, high on cocaine and armed with a gun. He has been spying on his estranged wife, Anna Abulaban, through a social media app installed on their daughter's iPad. Convinced she is sleeping with another man, he enters the apartment and finds Anna on the couch with her friend, Rayburn Barron. Moments later, he makes a chilling 911 call.
3:11 p.m., our communications division received a 911 call from Ali where he is reporting that he has just found his wife, and he says another man.
San Diego emergency?
Yes, ma'am. My wife and another man were, I found them dead on the couch, bullet holes to the face.
Wait, someone was shot?
2 people, a man and my wife.
He is starting to act upset and say it was so horrible, he just found them.
I saw my wife on the couch with light on hamburger. I don't know who he is. I mean, I know him. His name is Ray.
And he's almost speaking as if he's in the apartment discovering the traumatic injuries that they had sustained. So the dispatcher is trying to confirm things and is asking him questions. The dispatcher realizes that he's no longer at the scene, so the dispatcher tries to encourage him to come back to the scene. Ali gets very agitated and angry, and he terminates the call.
Emergency services are immediately dispatched to the scene.
When it first came out, we were just listening to the radio, and we heard that 2 people had been shot inside an apartment, and so obviously we started paying attention. And eventually, when it was confirmed, we ended up having to drive 4 blocks down and kind of assemble out here.
Based on the limited information we had at the time, it sounded like that it was very possible that it could be just like a murder-suicide, because Ali, the 911 caller, was reporting that there were 2 deceased people inside of the apartment on the couch. And then once officers attempted to establish communication with the folks inside the unit, when they got no response, they developed a tactical plan to force entry into the unit.
We got 2 down. Emergency entry. I need a team.
When I went inside, I observed items in the apartment basically thrown all around on the ground. There was a pumpkin that was smashed, there was flower petals, and then of course we observed shell casings, unfired rounds, and then Ray and Anna were on the couch. They were obviously deceased, and you can see that they had gunshot wounds.
Someone came here and shot them. That's the guy that he's describing. They're going for grabs.
The officers cleared the apartment, determined that there were no other subjects inside.
Investigators spread out across the floor of the building, looking for witnesses.
They started interviewing neighbors, the neighbors specifically Carolina and Daniel, who lived directly across from the Abulabans. Carolina said she heard 6 gunshots, she believed. She looked out her peephole. She saw Ali exiting the apartment, found that very odd and peculiar. Moments later, sees him through the peephole, return to the apartment, sees and hears him screaming.
Anna! Anna!
And then sees him leave again. Husband, who was somewhat dismissive about what she had reported to him. And then her husband, coincidentally, was just coming home and ends up taking the elevator with Ali immediately after the shooting. And we got a statement out of him about how Ali kind of seemed agitated and like that something was wrong with him.
CCTV footage is gathered as evidence. What it reveals is shocking.
The Nest camera from a neighboring apartment captures him running from the elevator bank down the hallway, and then he's out of view, but he's running towards the hallway, down the hallway to where their apartment was. And he's walking closer to his victims at that point. Then he stands right in front of Anna. You can hear her scream. Then he fires one final shot. And at 3:02 p.m., he calls his mother on his cell phone, which is also picked up from that Nest camera. And you can hear his mom screaming over the phone, and then ultimately he leaves and goes down the elevator. You can see him on the elevator looking at his cell phone. He looks at the photo of the bodies, interacts with the neighbor, and then leaves the building at about 3:07 p.m.
Investigators identify Ali as their prime suspect. Armed and dangerous, they need to find him quickly.
They interviewed a security guard that talked about seeing Ali come and go. And so a description of Ali's Jeep, which was a really unique Jeep. It had Virginia license plates. We're obviously in the state of California. There were a bunch of add-on additions to the Jeep that he had made to make it look more unique. The officers realized that there was a 5-year-old girl that also lived in the condo with them. She was unaccounted for. The information that they were able to get from management was that she was enrolled at a nearby elementary school. So officers were dispatched to that area. And as officers were responding to the school, they saw Ali's Jeep pulling away from the school and getting onto the freeway. Thank goodness, San Diego Department officers.
And Ali asked about his wife. He said, "Oh, how's my wife?" Fully knowing that she was already deceased. He did admit that there was a gun in the trunk. He had his safe in the vehicle that had multiple magazines, over 100 rounds of ammunition, a holster.
Their daughter was recovered. She was taken into protective custody. We coordinated with Rady's Children's Hospital to have a forensic nurse conduct an interview of their daughter. She told the forensic interviewer that her daddy told her that he had hurt mommy and that he was going to be going to jail for a long time. Their daughter made some disclosures about some domestic violence incidents that she had witnessed between her mother and father, describing Ali as the dominant aggressor in those incidents. And then we placed her in Child Protective Services because at the time we had no other family members here in San Diego to release her to.
Supporting children that are left behind from violence, and sometimes children who have sensed the violence, like in this case, the murderer, her father took her and had her with him in the car after the murder. So this child, she was fine.
Now that their daughter has been safely accounted for, investigators turn their focus back to their suspect.
Ali was transported back to San Diego Police Headquarters. We collected DNA samples from him, gunshot residue samples from him. We photographed him to document the existence or absence of any injuries that he might have. During the forensic processing, he was making spontaneous statements to us that he did not intend to speak to us. He didn't want to talk to us, which is his decision to make. But once we got into the interview room, he seemed to just want to tell us his version of events. One of the most interesting things about the interview with him was he interjected and interrupted us and asked, "How's Anna? What's her status? Was she alive? Did she make it?" Detective Newquist told Ali, he's like, she did not make it, she passed away. And then for close to a minute, he was just screaming and wailing in the interview room and grabbing tissues and pretending to cry. I never saw a tear, but to me, after learning more about him and his acting capabilities, I believe that's just what it was.
Ali Abulaban admits to murdering his wife Anna and her friend Ray, but investigators never expected the reasons he gave for such a cold, calculated act. On October 21st, 2021, TikTok creator Ali Abulaban storms into a San Diego high-rise and guns down his estranged wife Anna Abulaban, along with her friend Rayburn Barron. Hours later, he is in custody, already spinning a story where, despite committing a double murder, he is the real victim.
He definitely seemed like he was trying to convince Detective Newquist and I that he was the good guy in this whole thing. He essentially painted a picture of Anna as a terrible person, that she was ruining his life, she was blackmailing him, she was threatening to call the police on him, she was cheating on him, she was a cocaine addict, and painting a very terrible picture of her. He told us that when he broke into the condo earlier that morning, he took all of Anna's, in his words, slutty clothing and threw them down the garbage bin. He spoke terribly of her friends, talked about how they ruined Anna's life and brainwashed her.
Ali Abulaban is officially charged with the murder of Anna Abulaban and Rayburn Barron. While preparations are underway for the trial, investigators compile digital evidence from the cell phone and social media accounts of both the victims and the perpetrator.
One of the challenges is that as digital evidence becomes more abundant, it is a lot to go through. These cases, when we have a case with a lot of digital evidence, it could take months or years to really go through all the different pieces of evidence in a case.
There was a significant amount of evidence in this case with all that we gathered from the cell phones, from social media, from the crime scene, the vehicle, and through friends and family. And so we knew that this was first-degree murder, but it was proving that to the jury. So we have to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, and we had a lot of good evidence to be able to do that.
The trial takes place at San Diego Superior Court in April of 2024.
I've never seen a courtroom as packed as it was. Because Ali had so many followers, that drew so much attention to this case from the beginning. When you hear of a TikToker, a TikTok star, whatever you want to call him, on trial for murder, it just adds so many layers to this. There were outlets and documentary crews, and the courtroom was packed with not only local media, but national media and media from out of the country as well. Anna's friends, Ray's family and friends all packed the courtroom every single day, and this was a really long trial. It lasted nearly a month. The key players in this case were actually Anna's friends, who testified about the years of manipulation and abuse that Ali had put Anna through.
Through Anna's friends and family, it came to light that the abuse started early in the relationship, and the events that led up to Ali's military discharge in Okinawa in 2015 began to emerge.
What we learned through talking with Anna's sisters and later reviewing the military records is that there was an incident at a bar in which Ali assaulted Anna pretty badly.
He struck Anna, and he struck another male who was trying to intervene to help her. So that case was reported, and ultimately Ali was discharged from the Air Force. All of that was really important to paint the picture of who Ali was as a domestic violence abuser. You caused those injuries to Anna's face, right?
I did.
Okay. You gave her a huge bump on her face, right?
Yes.
Gave her cuts near her eye.
Yes.
You would convince her not to call 911 or the police to report your violence, right?
Yes. I just didn't think it needed to go there with legal. I took responsibility in the sense that I immediately apologized and I was willing to work away, get past it, but...
Oh, so an apology by you makes everything okay, right?
No, but it's a start.
Ali had years to think about exactly what he was going to say on that stand. And the moment he took the stand, when he had a chance to describe his point of view, he still turned it around in a very narcissistic way. And instead of apologizing for what he had done, his words were, "I couldn't believe that Anna would do this to me."
I couldn't believe that she could do that to me, to our daughter. And then before I could stop myself, I just fucking snapped. My gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop. I mean, I'm in the passenger seat of my own body. I can't stop it. I hear Anna screaming and crying.
Ali made that courtroom like it was his stage. It seemed like he was putting on a performance. Even the judge had said that he didn't know if this was real. He didn't know if this was true or a performance either. And the judge even alluded to wondering if his tears were real. If you saw Jin Kid on social media, he knew how to capture people's attention, and he maybe took those same skills into the courtroom.
Ultimately, his defense, because we had eliminated all other potential defenses by just doing a thorough, comprehensive investigation, became heat of passion. Heat of passion is husband comes home from work, walks into the house, and finds his wife in bed with another man, completely unexpected. The husband is so overcome with emotion and rage and shock that he grabs the golf club, that happens to be just there. He's not searching for it. It just happens to be right there, and he clubs the guy to death. In this case, Ali tells us that he suspected Anna was cheating. We had established that they had separated. They were no longer together, okay? So technically still married, yes, but they were no longer together, and they were not getting back together. This isn't something like unexpected, where he walks in on his wife and everything's fine in the relationship. This is something totally different. He doesn't live there anymore. He believes she was getting a restraining order against him. So he's kind of seeing that her life is about to become more and more separated from his life. So he installs this eavesdropping application, this listening app, secretes the iPad underneath Anna's bed, and then he leaves and wakes up to the sounds of a male voice and Anna giggling. And then he gets into his Jeep and drives approximately, give or take, 20 minutes straight down to the condominium with the firearm in the Jeep and beelines it straight for the apartment. So my point being is there's all these logical steps that he was taking, very goal-oriented behavior, the listening app. I want to confirm this. I need to know how he's hearing a male voice in the apartment. I'm going to walk in and I'm going to find them having sex. And they weren't having sex. They were sitting on a couch, fully clothed. And he still shoots both of them within seconds of entering.
Alongside the building's CCTV footage, some of the most damning evidence that showed premeditation came from Ali's own phone.
Ali actually had audio recorded the entire event. So he started recording on his phone the shooting. And you actually hear Anna and Rayburn screaming as they were being fired upon. Then you see him coming out of the apartment, and then he places a phone call to his mom. And you can hear the audio during the trial where he's actually notifying his mom that he had killed Anna.
The jury, they saw him for what he is. He's a narcissist, a manipulator of truth. And so they heard all the evidence and they rejected that heat of passion defense.
The jury concluded that not only did Ali Abulaban deliberately plan to murder his estranged wife Anna, he also stole the life of an innocent man, Rayburn Barron.
It was just a feeling of relief that the jury made the right decision, the right convictions, and I just felt for the families, that they were so happy that they got their justice. Of course, nothing would bring back Anna or Ray.
We, the jury in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulaban, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree of Rayburn Cardenas.
His sentence was 2 counts of life without parole, as well as 50 years to life in prison.
Could you use up to $800? Find it at BioLife. Up to $800 is waiting for you. Just
Although Ali Abulaban dreamed of a career as a famous actor launched by social media, it was the toxic side of online fame that ultimately led to his downfall.
There's a dark side to social media, and I think that's what we saw with the rise and fall of Jin Kid. This case is really unique because Ali documented every moment of his life for years leading up to this murder. He used health into a cocaine addiction, into